Okay, so tell y'all a little something about myself. I was the only child, not the only child. Damn, see, kind of felt like it, didn't it? Yeah, but I was the only child. I was the last child, like the last one. So I didn't really get attention like that. You know what I'm saying? My siblings, they ain't really just, you know what I'm saying? They was too busy doing their own thing. So, cause my siblings are very much a lot older than me. So they was doing their own thing, you know what I'm saying? And I was just that one that was just like, I was just always closed in. I ain't never really had nobody like that. But my daddy. That was real on my daddy and my grandma Gerald. Those were the only two people that I really just had like that. And yeah, so it taught me a lot of independence. My dad would always teach me be independent, you know. One thing that always stuck with me to this day is he would always say, if you gotta wait on somebody, you might as well do it yourself. And I understand it. If you gotta wait on somebody, you might as well do it yourself. And that's just that. And so yeah, boom. I was still living in, what if, what could, I still got this person, I still got that person, but it was not that. It wasn't that at all. But I didn't find out until I lost those people. That was important, very important. I lost those people that would teach me everything that I could learn things from, and it taught me a lot of stuff. I didn't realize it until I lost them. Then when I lost them, um, shit, reality kicked in. It kicked in real hard, real hard. It wasn't no whining in or none of that. Slowly moving in, none of that. It shit hit real hard like day one. It hit real hard. And ever since then, I just been figuring it out. Because I'm like, shit, ain't nobody I could really just call like that. And the people that I did call, you know what I'm saying? Like my siblings, they would say stuff like, oh, I ain't had nobody to call. Or they would say stuff like, okay, I going, but you got to give it back, woo this and that, which I understood that. You got to give it back, woo this and that. I'm like, okay, cool. Okay, that's fine, that's cool. I can do that, ain't no thing. But yeah. But if a motherfucker fell a day or two short, or the play that I had or whatever I ain't come through, best believe a motherfucker was making me feel like I was a shit at the bottom of a motherfucker shoe. Real shit. So I was like, damn, can't call this motherfucker, can't call that motherfucker for no help. Only person I really could call was my mama. I'm not gonna lie, it was my mama. And my daddy told me that. He was like, before he passed away, he was like, I think he told me he had heart failure or something like that. Like, he was telling me a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But at the time, at that age, I wasn't really, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't processing it, because in my mind, I'm like, no, that can't happen. It's not going to happen. It can't happen. That's what I was thinking, because I didn't want it to happen. But he was already telling me, okay, this is going to happen eventually. So, boom, he was telling me, he was like, your mama, that's about the only person that's going to really be there for you. He said that. He really did. He said that. Because me and my mama, we didn't really have a good relationship like that. We really didn't. We didn't have a good relationship like that. So, he was like, that's the only person that you really gonna be able to call on. And I was like, okay, well, whatever. Like I said, we ain't really have a close relationship like that. But I didn't realize it, like I said, until passed away, that my mama is really the only person that I really got a close relationship with. Now, I not a close, but that's the only person I can really call on now. And I'm just like, damn. Whoo, boy. That's the only person. But he taught me enough to kind of get out there and do everything I need to do. But the bottom line is, the people that you will expect to support you, show up for you, and actually show genuine love without money being involved or clout being involved or anything like that, them might the ones that's gonna be there. And I'm just gonna be for real. Them might the ones that gonna be there. Them, they ain't. So if you know that you a person that you got a real kind heart, like you will do things for people and be like, okay, well, I ain't gonna expect that back. Or you could, you know what I'm saying, do stuff like that. Do it for the people that you know will do the same thing for you. Don't do it for people that, I'm telling you, that's where a lot of people fuck up at. They don't get to learn. And I was blessed. I got to learn. And it come from going through your ups and downs and going through until you find yourself. It go from going through those ups and downs until you find yourself. You'll be like, okay, this person really do care about me. This person is a little bit more conditioned. Because you could still have family and it still be conditioned. You know what I'm saying? You can still have family and still be conditioned. So take a look on that. Be careful with it. But yeah, it's you really only got yourself for real. And your kids. If you got kids, you got yourself and your kids. For real. Because meeting somebody that'll be genuine with you through everything and whatever the case may be, unconditional, it's kind of hard to find. And that's even with family. A lot of people don't want to talk about that. They don't want to admit that. But, yeah, that's the truth. That's the whole motherfucking truth. Like, I'm telling you, you'll be thinking that you can go to a person and talk to them and they'll tell you the right thing and they will tell you the wrong thing. They will tell you the wrong thing just because they still feel some type of way about the decisions that they made. They still feel some type of way about the stuff that they had to go through. So you this innocent person. Don't do nothing to nobody. Coming up. And people will still tell you the wrong thing to do just because it's what they did. And they want you to feel like how they felt. Jealousy is a motherfucker. I'm telling you. Jealousy is a motherfucker. And you'll be surprised by who is jealous of you. You will be surprised. You will be fucking surprised. Because a person could have easily been like, well, I done already been through this. So let me go ahead and tell, you know what I'm saying, my younger sibling, okay, this ain't what you want to do. No, don't do that right now. Right now is not the time to do that. No. A motherfucker told me the exact opposite of that shit. The exact fucking opposite. And now I'm sitting right here figuring it out and, you know what I'm saying, going through the same shit. But guess what, bitch? One thing that a motherfucker got that one thing that I got that you don't have is wisdom. When you grow up by yourself, lonely like that, you can't do nothing but grasp wisdom. So when you get to the age that I am, you're going to be like, okay, I see this, I see that, I understand that. You bullshit and you bull, I ain't got time for it. And you isolate yourself. That's exactly what you going to do. Because you're going to look back on shit and you're going to be like, damn, a motherfucker was really like, a motherfucker really could have, you know what I'm saying? But then a motherfucker really, you know what I'm saying? But they didn't. They didn't. And the question is, why? Because when you got your seed, you made sure that they knew exactly what the fuck to do. You made sure that shit. But I was younger. I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Young as hell. So why the same love wasn't reciprocated? Think on it. But anyways, when you get enlightened and you open up, stay that way. Don't let nobody change this shit because it is what it is and it's gonna be how it's gonna be. That's it.